Hello everyone, myself Ansh and I welcome to you all to my YouTube channel A New Sunrise. Hope you are well and fine. In this video, I am going to share information about cell, structure and function. That is class 8 science chapter number 8. I am going to explain you the chapter and also going to give you the notes through all my slides. This is the part 1 of the chapter. Some more parts will be uploaded also. You will get the video soon. So let us start the chapter. Before starting the chapter, first of all, let us see what are the topics that we are going to cover in this video. The topics that we are going to cover are cell and the discovery of cell. Second, we are going to learn about why is the cell basic and structural unit of living organism. Next, we will learn about number of cells. Then after, we will see shape of cells. Then we will learn about the size of cells. And these are the topics that we are going to cover in this video. After that, we will end up this video by solving some questions in the form of revision. Now, let us start our first chapter, first topic, that is cell and the discovery of the cell. A cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. See, hope you have seen a building being constructed. What is the main, or you can say the basic unit, or you can say the basic material used for constructing or making up a building? That is a brick. A brick is the basic structural unit of the building. A group of brick makes up a building. Like that only, cell is there. Cell is the basic unit of life, unit of living organism. A group of cells make up a living organism. All living things are made up of cells. Cells in the living organism are complex living structures. Now let us know about the discovery of cell. When was the cell discovered? The cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. Robert Hooke observed slices of cork. Cork is a bark of a tree. Cork is a bark of a tree. So Robert Hooke observed thin slices of cork under a simple magnifying device, because at that time there were no microscopes. So he used the tool magnifying device to observe slices of cork. He saw that the slices of cork this is the image of the slice of cork which Robert Hooke observed. The slices of cork was divided in various compartments, various small compartments. Now, these compartments were partitions, were divided. There were many small compartments. He noticed partition boxes of compartment in the cork slice. And he coined those partitioned compartment the term cell. And here we got the word cell. Now, let us go towards our next topic, that is, why is the cell basic and structural unit of living organism? The body of all living organisms are made up of cell. Single-celled living organisms are made up of only one cell. There are two classification of organism on the basis of cell: unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular are the organisms which are made up of a single cell. Uni means one and cellular means cell. So the organism made up of a single cell, made up of one cell, is termed to be unicellular organism, and the organism made of many cells are termed to be multicellular organism. In multicellular, multi means many and cellular means cell. Examples of unicellular organism are amoeba, paramecium, etc. Now, The single-celled organisms are just made up of only one cell, but the body of multicellular organisms are made up of many organ systems. Now the organ system itself is made up of many organs, is a collection of many organs. Now organs are made up of a group of tissues. Then after, tissues are made up of a group of cells. It means that the whole body of a multicellular organism are made up of cell. So we can say that whether it is a unicellular organism or it is a multicellular living organism. But a living organism is made, the basic structural and functional unit of a living organism is the cell itself. Hence, cell is the basic structural unit of living organism. Now, let us go towards our next topic, that is number of cells. Number of cells in an organism run into billions and trillions. Human body is made up of trillion cells which vary in shapes and sizes. Organisms made of more than one cell are called multicellular, where multi means many and cellular means cell. The number of cells being less in smaller organism does not in any way affect the functioning of the organism. See, if we say that unicellular organisms are made up of less cells, made of a single cell, then they may not be able to perform a particular task. This is not. Whether the living organism is made up of a single cell or many cells, it can perform all tasks. It does not at any cost affect the functioning of the organism. Some organisms are made up of single cell, they are termed as unicellular organism. A single-celled organism perform all the necessary functions that a multicellular organism perform. A single-celled organism like amoeba captures and digests food, respires, excretes, grows and reproduces. Similar function in multicellular organisms are carried out by a group of specialized cells forming tissues. Tissues in turn form organs. So hereby we have completed our topic number of cells. Next in the topic we would study the shape of cells. First of all, let's see an image which shows examples of unicellular organism. Unicellular means a single-celled organism, that are amoeba and paramecium. This is the image of amoeba and this is the image of paramecium. Now, let us go towards our next topic, that is shape of cells. The shape of a single-celled organism, example amoeba, has no definite shape. A single cellular organism, a unicellular organism, have no definite shape. Its shape appears irregular, unlike other organisms. It keeps on changing its shape. Amoeba keeps on changing its shape. The projections of varying lengths protruding out of its body is called pseudopodia. Amoeba protrudes many finger-like projections of varying length out of its body, and it is called to be as pseudopodia, where pseudo means false and podia means feet. These projections appear and disappear as amoeba moves or feeds. A white blood cell, or you can say WBC, is a human blood. White blood cell is also known as leukocytes. In human blood is another example of a single cell which can change its shape. But while WBC is a cell, an amoeba is a full-fledged organism capable of independent existence. Generally, cells are round, spherical or elongated. Some cells are long and pointed at both ends. They exhibit a spindle shape. Sometimes some cells are quite long, some are branched, like the nerve cell or a neuron. The nerve cell or the neuron receives and transfers message, thereby helping to control and coordinate the working of a different parts of body. Components of the cell are enclosed in a membrane. This membrane provides shape to the cell of plants and animals. Cell wall is an additional covering over the cell membrane in plant cell. It gives shape and rigidity to these cells. Bacterial cell also has a cell wall. See, a cell is enclosed by a membrane and it is called as cell membrane. We will study more about cell membrane in my next part. And a cell wall is an additional covering which is only in some bacteria, some fungi, and in some and in all plants. This is an additional covering over the cell membrane. We will learn about the cell wall also in my next part. Now, an image of spherical shaped red blood cell of humans is given here. This is the spherical shaped red blood cell, whereas this is the spindle shaped muscle cells, and this is the branch shaped nerve cells, or we can say it as neurons. Now, let us go towards our next topic, that is size of cells. The size of cells in living organism may be as small as a millionth of a meter, or you can say a micrometer or micron. One may be as large as a few centimeters. However, most of the cells are microscopic in size and are not visible to the unaided eye. Usually, the size of a cell ranges from micron to few centimeters, but almost cells are microscopic. It cannot be seen unaided. Unaided means it cannot be seen by our naked eyes. It can be only seen through a microscope or through a tool. They need to be enlarged or magnified by a microscope. The smallest cell is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in bacteria, and the largest cell, measuring 170 mm into 130 mm, is the egg of an ostrich. The smallest cell in this world is the cell of an bacterium, that ranges from 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, and the largest cell is an egg of an ostrich, measuring its dimensions are 170 mm into 130 mm. The size of the cells has no relation with the size of the body of the animal or a plant. The size of the cell is related to its function. For example, nerve cells in both the elephants and the rat are long and branched. They perform the same function of transferring the messages. So we can say that the size of cell doesn't matter on the size of animal. If an animal is very large, it doesn't mean that it has large size of cells. It means that it has more number of cells. Now, whatever we have learned till now, whatever concepts we have studied, whatever topics that we have covered, we will revise it all through some questions. So let's start the section of revision questions. First revision question is, define the following term. We have to define some terms. First term is cell. A cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. All living things are made up of cell. This is the definition of cell. You can learn it. Multicellular. The organisms which are composed of more than one cell are called multicellular organisms. Organ. A group of tissues that come together to perform one particular function is called an organ. Example, eye, ear, etc. So hereby we have completed our 3 terms. Next, go towards some more terms. Pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is the finger-like projections formed by amoeba for capturing food or for the purpose of locomotion. So the definition is, the finger-like projections formed by amoeba for capturing food or for locomotion are called pseudopodia. Tissue. Tissue is a group of similar cells that perform a specific function. So the definition is a group of similar cells that perform a specific function is called a tissue. Then the sixth term is unicellular. The organism whose body is made up of only one cell are called unicellular. Examples are amoeba, paramecium, etc. Unicellular are the organisms which are made up of a single cell, where in the word unicellular, uni means one and cellular means cell. Example of unicellular organism are amoeba and paramecium. Many more are also there. Now let us go towards our seventh term, that is white blood cell, or you can say WBC. WBC, white blood cell or leukocytes, are the blood cell which have irregular shape and protect our body from infections. Hence they are also called soldiers of our body. White blood cell help in protecting from infections. Therefore, white blood cell are also called soldiers of our body. Now let us go towards some more questions. That is, answer the following questions. We have to answer some questions. Question number 1 is, what are nerve cells and what are the functions they perform? Nerve cells or neurons are the basic functional and structural unit of nervous system. Nerve cells carry messages from sense organs to the spinal cord and brain and back to the sense organ and effector. Now let us go towards our next question, that is question number 2. Why is cell called the basic and structural unit of living organism? The body of all living organisms are made up of cell. Single-celled organisms are made up of only one cell, and the body of multicellular organisms are made up of organ system. Organ systems are made of a group of organs. Organs in turn are made of a group of tissues, and tissues are made of a group of cells. It means that the whole body of a multicellular organism are made up of cells. Hence we can state that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of living organism. Now we have completed question number 2 also. Now let us go towards our next question, that is question number 3. Are the cells in the elephant larger than the cells in a rat? So the answer to this question is no. The cells of a rat and elephant are similar. Just because an animal is bigger in size does not mean that the cell size is bigger. It only means that the number of cells is more in bigger animals than in smaller ones. Now we have completed our question number 3 also. Now let us go towards our next question, or you can say towards our last question, that is question number 4. Write any 2 advantages that amoeba derive by changing its shape. Answer. A change in shape in amoeba is due to the formation of pseudopodia. Its advantages are, it facilitates amoeba in movement and locomotion. It helps amoeba in capturing food. So hereby guys, we have completed our first part of class 8 science chapter number 8, that is cell structure and function. We covered many topics. Now some more topics have been left. We will be learning about those topics in my next parts. Maybe the video will be divided in 3 parts. So one part we have completed. Hope you liked our video. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Guys, I'm working hard for preparing these notes. So please do like and share my video. Also subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any latest update from my channel. If you have any feedback, comment it down in the comment box. Or if you have any doubt or confusion related to chapter, then also you can do the same. Bye bye guys.